Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Arsenal are cooking. They're trying to sign both wingers while Liverpool move in silence, signing Victor Muñoz, pulling Newcastle pants down again. Second season running, Newcastle are absolutely shown levels by Liverpool Football Club, while Chelsea are ready for Ndiaye from Everton, while Enzo Fernández is absolutely wanting to leave Chelsea Football Club. The second player after Cucurella is actually linked to the Madrid giant to leave Chelsea, with Enzo Fernández pushing clearly to leave Chelsea for a reason that we will talk about. We will start with all the news, of course. This is your live show, your transfer updates. Of course, so hit the like button if you guys are here. We're here cooking. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and let's get into it right away. But before we do that, I want to know where everyone is from in the chat, of course. So put in the chat, where are you tuning in from? I want to know where the community is from. Right away. Right away. Let's go. Big up the people from France. Of course, big up the French people. Big up the people from France, of course. Diomande is going to be a Liverpool, in my opinion. Nigeria, South Africa, Jamaica, America, Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Wallahi, one of the best places I've been to. I lived 5 great years of my life. I made a lot of friends there. Of course, we're distant now, but Jeddah is Bahr Jeddah, the coast of Jeddah. This is where I learned to swim. Is great. I went to Nasr school in Jeddah. Of course, I don't know what is this. I'm great. Thank you, Kingsley, for being here. Looking fresh with the cut. Yeah, the new cut is here. Let's smash the like button, people. South Africa. The big up the people of South Africa. Got a lot of people from South Africa. Of course, great people of South Africa. Of course, I met a lot of people in America from South Africa. Of course, there's a lot of South African people here. So hit the like button and let's actually get right into it. I need your interactions in the chat as well. I need you. I need your. How do you know that my? How do you know that my hair was curly? How do you know? It's always been like this. Great place in Essex in England. Is this deluded gooner holding rands. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Ghana. Yeah, are you in Ghana? I thought you were in England, wallah. Kingsley, I thought you were in England. Listen, Enzo Fernández to Real Madrid. And are we going to get into it or not? Are we getting into it or not? Why do players leave Chelsea? Confirmed Enzo Fernández wants to leave Chelsea and to join Real Madrid. Real Madrid now plan to contact Chelsea to understand if their 140 million euros asking price could drop or concession to be made on the structure of the deal that would come close to the transfer British record. Why do players want to leave Chelsea, bro? Like, why is Enzo Fernández? Why? So Cucurella, we understand. He's Spanish. He wants to leave Chelsea. He wants to go back home. He wants to have a chance to play for one of the big clubs. But Enzo Fernández, I'm going to tell you something. If Chelsea get anything close to 100 million pounds, I think that would be the deal that I would take without a shadow of a doubt. For 100 million pounds, Chelsea can go get a Tonali. Chelsea can go and get a midfielder that will elevate their level. Is Enzo Fernández someone that elevate the level of Chelsea? He's playing well. He played well under Maresca, but he isn't worth 100 million. I think you watch him in the World Cup. He's good. He's all right. But 100 million pounds for him, I think that would be great. That would be great for Chelsea. They can now go and enhance the midfield. Because, listen, they got Andre Santos, they got Palmer, they got Sugo, they got Lavia still. They got, of course, Caicedo. Maybe Adam Wharton, which is either a dictator, he's someone that actually dictates the game. But I'm going to tell you something about this. I don't think that this is an indication of where the Chelsea is going. The project, what I mean. Because he's a rat, Enzo Fernández, and he doesn't want to stick with Chelsea. He's not a loyal guy. He doesn't even want to play for the club. You better off without him, to be honest with you. You better off without him. If Xabi Alonso's coming in and they lie to Xabi Alonso, or okay, so hold on. If Xabi Alonso's here and they are true to their word and they're giving him some signings, they can't control who wants to stay and who wants to leave. They can't control that. And I'm going to tell you something. The project isn't Enzo Fernández or Marco Cucurella. The project is called Palmer. The project is Caicedo. The project is João Pedro. That's the project. The project is Levi Colwill, is Estevao. However, is this as an indication that these players don't trust the project? Probably. The project that started already failed. And it's failed when they sacked Maresca. They failed when they sacked Pochettino. They failed when their approach in the market has clearly shown not to be effective. So if I'm looking at this project at Chelsea, it's not that old project has failed. The new project might be different. The new project, it depends on how they approach the market. So if we're looking at the Enzo Fernández deal, of course, the approach for Enzo Fernández, Chelsea valued the Argentinian at 120 million pounds. That's a lot. But I wanted to discuss this. That's Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips is a very well-informed journalist for, excuse me, I have a little bit of a heartburn. I had some mango juice. Wallahi, why do I want to cut my hair, ya? Wallahi, my hair look good. Why, ya? My hair look good. My wife likes it. If you, Muhammad, يعني, you're not my wife. Yani, if my wife likes it, why are you like hating on me, ya? My wife likes my hair, ya. That's the only important person out there. Why are you hating? Yeah, I do whatever I want with my hair. What the fuck? Ya Muhammad, let me be. Muhammad Ikram Nuruddin. Ya Ammi, my hair look good. Look at this. Akhi, wallahi, looking good. Good trim. It looks good. It's all right. It's tall. I'm going to tie it at the back at some point. Something like this, ya akhi. Wallahi, ya akhi, tell me, Mo, it's all right. You look good. Yani, have some encouragement words in the chat. Ya. Wallah. It's good يا أخي. Spend money on this hair يا أخي. والله. Spend money on the hair. It's good. Look at this. Look at the hair. It's good يا أخي. Not bad. Good يعني. It's long, but it's good. I can do like some anime for you if you want. Yeah, I can do some anime for you. Anyway, look at this. Anyway, this is ridiculous. Why are people hating? You can go and watch someone with like a shit hairline or a different or a shit hair. It's fine يا أخي والله. يا أخي. Anyway. People watch anime. With my new trim, a bit more watched Pulp Fiction recently. I was impressed with John Travolta. John Travolta, it's fine. Steven Seagal, yeah. Same name. No, Sean. No. Don't get me in trouble. No. Don't get me in trouble, baby. No. I'm not doing it. And then you cut it, and then you put it short on Hussama's channel. Ya Ammi. Let me live, ya akhi. Let me do my work in peace, in silence. Let me do the work in silence. Anyway. And then I go and then I see a short. Mo calls out this person's hairline. Have some shame in the corner. And then Osam is down there commenting on it. Judge Mo calls out this person's hair. Man, what's the back of my hair? It's right there. All right, I got a green screen. Anyway, are we going back? Yeah, we're going to sign this guy, Palestra. It's very simple to replace Dumfries. It's a very simple deal that Inter will actually do it. Yani, can we get the likes? How many likes are we on? Yani, we have 250 people. We have 57 likes. Can we get 200 likes live? In the next 5 minutes, I actually challenge everyone to get this. This is the first time ever. In the next 5 minutes, I want everyone to close the live chat, like the video. If you're on TV, you can actually click any button and you will see the like button. It looks like thumbs up. 200 likes in the next 5 minutes, broski, it will be cooking. No, 200, Sean. 200, not 100. 200, Sean, not 100. 200. I'm trying. And Kukurea is my role model. I'm trying to get my hair to look like Kukurea. Is my role model. In football, in life, in hair, everything. Bro. It's always. Kukurea is my idol, bro. He's my role model. Broski. Anyway, going back to football. Ndiaye to Chelsea, I think he suits Chelsea. I think he suits the project. I think the way he plays, I think he revives that left winger. Neto on the right winger. Ndiaye on the left winger. João Pedro up top. And behind him, there's going to be Caicedo and another midfielder, maybe Andre Santos and Cole Palmer. I think that's not bad. I don't think that is bad. I think that people that keep saying, I am still waiting for the first move for Chelsea in the transfer market to be on the side of Hussam and to be on the side of Terry and to be on the side of the people that talk about Chelsea project done. I don't think it's done. I think there is a world where the signings of Chelsea sell Enzo Fernández, they let go of Kukurea, and they aren't as bad as what we think they are. I think there is a world where I think Chelsea signed good experienced players, maybe couple, 3 players that are good. I think there's a world where Xabi Alonso gets the best out of Colwell, Jarell Hato, Malo Gusto, Reece James, Caicedo. I think there is a world. I know that a lot of people don't want to believe it. I am still now, I'm going to sit on the fence a little bit. And I'm going to say that Chelsea, it's not looking good when players like Enzo, when players like Kukurea are leaving, right? However, what if what Kingsley's saying in the chat is true? What if they sell Enzo and buy Adam Morton? I want a yes or no from the people in the chat. over 300. Let's go, right? If Chelsea sell Enzo and buy Adam Wharton, same money or less money, is that an upgrade? A yes or no? Is Adam Wharton an upgrade on Enzo Fernández? We know. They need that guy from Real Madrid, yes, the Carazzo guy, or whatever his name is. Whatever his guy, the left back that played for Real Madrid last season. So if that happens, would you change your opinion on Chelsea? It is definitely a fucking upgrade. What are you talking about? Georgie, what are you talking about? That's a Leicester City thing. That's a fantastic picture of Jamie Vardy, if I'm not mistaken. That's a phenomenal picture. It's definitely an upgrade on Enzo Fernández. 100% an upgrade. And if Chelsea do that, I think they made the deal of the century, the deal of their lives, in my opinion. There is Lacroix as well from Crystal Palace, which is, I think, is a good defender. Cheap. It's about like 30 million pounds. That's what they're looking at. I think these are experienced players. Adam Wharton, I know he's young, but he played a lot of games in the Premier League. He won with Crystal Palace. And I think that that's an upgrade on Enzo Fernández. Enzo Fernández doesn't even want to be fucking there, right? He doesn't want to be there. I don't think they need that. Can I ask you guys something? Who's rated for you? Remember, 3-4 months ago, Elliot Anderson was rated higher than a lot of people. I want you to rank. Okay, start, bench, sell. Let's play this game. Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, Sandro Tonali. Elliot Anderson, Sandro Tonali, Adam Wharton. Start, bench, sell. Let's go. Let's go in the chat. Who would you take in? Who would you start? Who would you sell? Who would you bench? I'm going to tell you my answer after you answer, to be honest with you. Because I think Adam Wharton is an upgrade on Enzo Fernández. He's good. Enzo Fernández is good, right? But it is... I think you buy Adam Wharton cheaper than Enzo Fernández. I think that you made it's a W, 100%. Anderson, Tonali, Wharton, fair enough. For me, I'm going to answer my own question. It's Tonali, start, Anderson, bench, sell Adam Wharton. However, if you ask me the same about Anderson, Tonali, and Enzo Fernández, I would still start Tonali, I would still bench Anderson, and I would sell Enzo Fernández. I like Enzo Fernández, but I don't like him like that. You know what I mean? I don't like him like this. I don't like him to the thing that people think, oh my God, he's irreplaceable. He is replaceable. He's a replaceable guy. And I think it's all right for them to replace Enzo Fernández with Adam Wharton. I think that it's good. They don't need it. Like, they can have, if they get Ndiaye, as it says on the screen, I think they need Adam Wharton. Be a great pickup. I think it would be a great pickup if he's cheaper than Enzo Fernández, without a shadow of a doubt. And I don't think that Chelsea, I'm waiting for the first piece of business. I'm waiting for the first piece of business. Now let's talk. Motherfuckers, Liverpool, move in fucking silence. Liverpool are walking Newcastle like dogs. Bro, they made Newcastle, I'm going to be vulgar, right? They made Newcastle their bitches. Over the last summer and this summer, right? They made Newcastle from Ekitike to Isak and now Victor Muñoz. They're bitches. I swear to God, they're bitches. Like, seriously. It's like, you go do all the work and talk and everything. We are Liverpool. We're going to go and sign the guy. Newcastle, as Saeed said on Twitter, Newcastle should fucking fold the fucking club. Right? Right? I never heard of him before yesterday. I agree. I'm with you. But I did some research. I watched some clips. Here is the profile of this guy. He's an older Rio Ngomoa. He's a little bit puffer, like a little bit bigger Rio Ngomoa. He's short, but he is a little bit, you know, like stocky. Not fat, but he has a bit of muscle. I actually think that Liverpool, this deal for 40 million euros is a great deal for them. He's a La Masia kid that went to Real Madrid Academy. Ancelotti gave him his first debut. And wallahi, I don't know, I was going to say this. This has Iraola so stamped, like it's stamped. It's the guy's head from the back, it's stamped Iraola. Spanish from La Masia, plays Iraola football, quick, trickery, can shoot, very flexible, very versatile, can play right, can play left, can play central, very versatile. You know what I mean? And I think they get him, and I think they get Want Ndiaye, which is, I'm coming to the news of Want Ndiaye, right? I think that is a great deal for them. I think that is very, very good for Liverpool Football Club. Now we're talking. You get Want Ndiaye, now we're fucking talking. I know that the left side still has Gakpo and still has Rio. I trust that Rio can actually start a lot of games next season. The kid looks so ready. The kid looks so ready. This kid, Munoz, is not only coming to play on the winger. I believe, that's my belief, my understanding from the videos I watched, right, is that if Verge is not performing, we're looking at him playing on transition in the 10. When you have Szoboszlai, when you have Gravenberch, I think he can play in behind Alexander Isak, right? I think behind Alexander Isak. I think that this deal is the gym that you find in Osasuna, the gym that you go and find in Sociedad, the gym that you go find in the Bundesliga, in a Hoffenheim, you know, in a Stuttgart. I believe this player will play well in the Premier League. He's an upgrade on Frimpong, in my opinion, who I think will move towards being a fullback full-time. He is a floor raiser, of course. I agree. I never said otherwise. He's a floor raiser, not a ceiling raiser. You know who's a ceiling raiser? Is this man. Because Ben Jacobs has actually provided an update this morning. Anybody doing the timestamps? Because we need Chelsea, Liverpool, and we're going to talk Arsenal, and we might throw in Man City. Is anyone doing the timestamps like the day before? Can someone do the timestamps? Put them in a comment so I can pin them, right? Liverpool are intensifying their pursuit of RB Leipzig winger Want Ndiaye with a new head coach. Andre Iraola understood to be fully behind the move for the Ivory Coast International. The Reds are pushing to get the deal done, with Iraola personally backing the signing as he looks to shape his squad ahead of the first season in charge. Okay, great. Now, Ben Jacobs have said that understand that Liverpool are still working on Ndiaye. In addition to Victor Muñoz and are optimistic, there is a competition from PSG and it's not discounted by suitors that a deal for his signature is closed during the World Cup. This one is very important update that I wanted to actually read. Naturally, from PSG perspective, they also want to add, they will be prepared to move fast as well, but it's leaning towards the player wanting to move to the Premier League. And then if Liverpool can agree that package with RB Leipzig, this could be a deal that gets done during the World Cup. I think it can happen. I actually think that Liverpool will land this guy. That's what I think. I genuinely believe that it's going to happen. But this one is the one that is actually, I think this is why I think the deal is going to happen. Because his contract expires. So he needs to renew the contract, and then they promise him to leave in 2027. As it says, the asking price has been high over the course of the last few weeks because Leipzig are effectively stalling until they get an answer from the player. Liverpool, however, are prepared to put serious money down. They are negotiating with RB Leipzig. I'm going to tell you something. If Liverpool get Munoz, and they got Munoz, and they get this man, Want Ndiaye, I watch Want Ndiaye and Broski. He's good. He's a floor. He's a ceiling raiser. I think Want Ndiaye will cook at Liverpool. I think he will play fantastic. I think he will absolutely raise the level of Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, in my opinion, need to add a right back, right? And I think if they add a right back, Want Ndiaye, Munoz, that right side is fixed. They need a center back. I don't know who's the center back they're going to get. They're still looking to get a center back. I don't know who. Maybe they're waiting for someone to shine in the World Cup. Maybe they're doing this. But Liverpool are trying to fill the squad, which is very obvious from what they are doing, right? They don't currently, as it stands, Verge, Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch. As of now, Liverpool don't need a midfielder. As of now. Now we talk, if Curtis Jones leave, Liverpool need another midfielder. Now we talk, if McAllister leave, now Liverpool another midfielder or two. The thing about Liverpool, they aren't linked with anybody but Adam Wharton. There is still talk about Adam Wharton. However, there was links of Szoboszlai leaving and Adam Wharton coming in. I think Liverpool don't need Adam Wharton. I think Liverpool need to go all in and get Kefram Turam. That's what I think. Kefram Turam being added, right? Kefram Turam being added to the team will add a lot of physicality. I'm not sure if he's ready. You don't need, to be honest with you, your midfield don't need a floor raiser. You need a ceiling raiser. So they need someone with a different profile to come into Liverpool and change fortunes. What I mean by this, change the way you play. You don't have any physical midfielder apart from Szoboszlai. And Szoboszlai isn't physical like this. He runs around, but he ain't dominating physically like that. Like an Onana for Aston Villa. You know what I mean? He's not like Declan Rice imposes himself as physical. You know what I mean? So I think that you need like a physical midfielder like Kefram Turam, Manu Kone. But Kefram Turam is the guy for me. He goes from Juventus. I think Juventus don't play Champions League. I think if Liverpool get Kefram Turam, Want Ndiaye, Munoz, I don't know who the center back is gonna be. Lamine Camara. Lamine Camara is. Listen. Lamine Camara, for me, he's good. But I think Kefram Turam is better. I watched the Monaco games in the Champions League. He's all right. He's good. But I would rather Kefram Turam. Maybe because I watched more of Kefram Turam than Lamine Camara. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's me. But I think Kefram Turam would add a lot to Liverpool Football Club. Now we got over 400 people and we didn't even hit the 200 likes. Why? Why? Do I need to like ask more? Why? The like button is freaking free. The like button is free. It doesn't cost you a penny. Listen. Hit the like button. Let's get to 200 likes. You need a ball winner. You need a ball winner, and Kefram Turam is that guy. In my opinion. It's that guy. Well, for me, the difference between if you're asking about Liverpool and Manchester City. Well, I watched Elliot Anderson yesterday. There's a couple of plays that Elliot Anderson played, and I'm like, I'm fucking impressed. You know what I mean? I'm impressed. Elliot Anderson yesterday, what he did on the pitch when he went and dispossessed the opposition on the ball, not intercepting, like literally tackling to get the ball back. I'm like, my man looked good. By the way, I thought that he played well. I know a lot of people said, he did nothing for 90 minutes. I think he played well. I think he dictated the game. I think Elliot Anderson did very well for England yesterday. I think he did exactly what Thomas Tuchel wanted him to do. And I thought he did well. However, there is something that I missed in Elliot Anderson yesterday. The passes. He takes a lot of risks in passes, similar to Bruno Fernandez. Right? That's what Enzo Maresca need to fix. Sure passes. The 100% passes. You don't have to play the long ones. You don't have to play the diagonals. Let others do it. It's not your job. Let the others do it. And Man City kind of move the ball slow. They don't move it quickly as England. Of course, it helped England yesterday that there was a lot of spaces behind them most of the time. You know what I mean? But Elliot Anderson looked like a midfielder that is very good. But Liverpool need a midfielder. And Liverpool not in for Tonali for me is kind of like, do they need Tonali? I don't think so. They got a lot of midfielders that they don't need Tonali. They need a physical midfielder. So can you tell me who was special? So who do you think was special yesterday for England? Harry Kane, who almost cost his team. He cost his team a goal, almost cost his team another goal. And yet he scored the penalty, missed the penalty, saved by VAR, scored the header, and he was all right. He was good. Yes, he scored 2 goals, one from penalty, one from a header, from a brilliant delivery by Declan Rice. I thought Declan Rice played well, covered ground very, very well. I thought he did similar to the job that he did at Arsenal by playing the 8 that is deeper. I think that for me, England yesterday, I was impressed with Marcus Rashford coming on. I was impressed with, I think Madueke played well, you know. I think Saka played well as well. I was so impressed by Marcus Rashford. The one that didn't impress me at all, if you want to talk about England yesterday, is I don't understand how Anthony Gordon, in what world can Anthony Gordon start over Marcus Rashford? What is the delusion? What is the Coco land that Thomas Tuchel is in to start Anthony Gordon over Marcus Rashford? What is this? Like, for me, like, Marcus Rashford is levels, and I mean levels above Anthony Gordon. I mean like 2-3 levels, not a level. Bro, Anthony Gordon was shit. Also, what is John Stones doing? The legend says he's still going to get something after that dribble that happened from a Croatian player. The legend says that John Stones is still going. Man can defend to save his life. Great on the ball, great movement, can pass, can do all of this. But my man can't defend for shit. It's a typical player that passed the ball around, that is mostly a midfielder, not a defender. Nico O'Reilly was very good, actually. Impressed. He's very impressive, Nico O'Reilly, to be honest with you. Very, very impressive, Nico. I'm going to say this. Nico O'Reilly was impressive yesterday, right? Broski, he was sent to the shop and he's not back yet, John Stones. And I have no idea in what world can John Stones start over Gehi. Gehi can pass, Gehi can read the game, and Gehi is a better defender. Broski, my man can't defend. What's the obsession with him? I don't know. Why was Rice poor? I thought he was all right. I thought Elliot Anderson looked better than him. But I thought Declan Rice wasn't bad. I thought Elliot Anderson looked better. But it's due to the role that he's playing. I didn't think that Declan Rice looked poor yesterday. You know what I mean? I thought he looked all right, you know? Looked all right for real. I don't think he was bad like that, you know? He was okay. I don't know what you're talking. Talking about Portugal. Declan Rice was okay. It wasn't bad at all. He got an assist. Played okay. Didn't play well. Didn't play like terrible. Completed most of his passes. But I thought Elliot Anderson, he was the heart of that midfield, to be honest with you, more than Declan Rice. But he's trying so hard. Difference between Elliot Anderson and Declan Rice, which is something that Man City will teach him, is Declan Rice plays already for a team that has a lot of position. So he knows he only going to play the long and diagonals that are justified. He ain't trying stuff out of his... Like, he ain't trying tough things, knowing that there is a 50-50. Elliot Anderson, because at Nottingham Forest, if you play a long ball or a diagonal and it doesn't come off, it's okay, it's acceptable, عادي. But for top teams, like Arsenal, for example, and City, if you play these diagonals and you come off, you look stupid. Everything is under the microscope. Every single pass you do is under the microscope. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. And he's going to learn this at City. If you play a couple of diagonals, or if you play for Arsenal or City and they don't come off, you're cooked, basically. You're cooked. You're cooked. It's not good for you. But for England, I think they're ahead of Portugal in winning the World Cup. Portugal looked so poor. Bernardo Silva stinker and hooked. Cristiano Ronaldo stinker and hooked and should have been hooked. Vitinha was all right. He's tired. I thought Portugal don't look like they are. To be honest with you, I thought you could have lost the game yesterday. Could have lost the game yesterday. Big up Akia, big up Mo. Hope you're doing well, happy and healthy. Alhamdulillah, can't complain, Akia. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. Being a member for 7 months, supporting the channel. Big up people in the chat. Of course, hit that like button and support the channel by subscribing. Bruno Fernandez, bro. I'm gonna say something about Bruno Fernandez. Someone need to card this guy. He complained about everything. He bitches. He bitches a lot. He bitches a lot, bro. Oh my God. And I noticed something about, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Portuguese players and Argentinian players, they're similar. They're rats. Like Portuguese and Argentinians, they're rats. They wanna hurt, they wanna fight. They're ready to pick a fight. They complain a lot. They bitch a lot. They cry a lot. I don't like that kind of attitude from the two teams. They bitch a lot, bro. Argentina, they bitch and complain and roll on the ground and like they want to fight. And I'm like, fuck off. Can you play football and shut up, bro? Shut up. Like it's the same, and they annoy the shit out of me. To be honest with you. Like they annoy the shit out of me. They try to find the Wissa at the end, and I'm like, the game is over, bro. Just fucking move on, you bitch. Like, just don't try to fight, bro. Not all Uruguay. Like Nunes is okay. I think Bentancur is a little bitch. He's always like trying to pick a fight. But I think the worst team in the World Cup, without a shadow of a doubt, in terms of like attitude and being bitches, is Argentina. Romero, Lisandro Martinez, Montiel, bro, McAllister, Enzo Fernández, bro, Lautaro Martinez. They're all bitches. They all cry. They all want to pick fights. They all hurt the opponents. Bro, it's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on from this. From this and going to Liverpool again. No, Brazil don't do this. Peru is not the same. Peru is not the same. No, Venezuelans are not the same. I played with a lot of Venezuelans. Bolivia not the same. Argentina are a bit extra. Argentina. A bit extra, bro. Like Romero, bro, and Lisandro Martinez. Bro. Fuck me, bro. He's always like angry. He's always like the Argentinian typical. He's a dog. He wants to fight. He never back. It's been like this. It's been like this, yeah. He's like similar to the same typical Argentinian midfielder or defender. Similar things, you know. Italy not the same. Less. No, it is true. It is true. Most of the Argentinians are like this. Okay, football-wise, I'm gonna tell you something. Wallahi, it's not a lie. I'm not planning to stay long. What the fuck are Arsenal doing? What are Arsenal doing? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do? Arsenal. Barcola and Gattuso is different, but Pirlo never did this. Totti, yes. Del Piero, Camoranesi, not all of them. You're defending your player blindly. McAllister has that dog in him that likes to fight, that never backs down. Always like this. He complains a lot. Always like this. McAllister complains a lot, talks to the referee a lot. He's insane. Wallahi, no. I'm not talking rubbish. You are talking rubbish. You're defending your player blindly again. McAllister always complains most of the time. Right? He dives. Similar to all of them. Why you're singling out McAllister? I'm like similar to Enzo Fernández. It's the same. What are Arsenal doing? Anyway, can we go to the football now? Go to the football. After receiving the green light, I'm not gonna stay here all day arguing with you, my man. Red line, I'm not gonna stay here arguing with you about McAllister. You have your opinion, I have mine. After receiving the green light from Morgan Rogers, Arsenal are wasting no time in the transfer market. With the Rogers deal progressing, Bradley Barcola has now become the club's next priority target. Arsenal want a 2 elite left wing. Bro. Broski, if Arsenal do this, can anyone stop? Can anyone stop Arsenal? Oh my God, Clayton Arsenal. You didn't think that Arsenal will sign both. You didn't think that Arsenal are in for both. You thought that Arsenal are in for one. But if Berta pulls this off, bro, no one is going to stop them. You aren't stopping them. Right? You aren't stopping them, to be honest with you. Morgan Rogers in the 10 and Barcola on the left, Saka on the right, Gyökeres up top. Who's going to be dropped? Is it going to be Odegaard? Is it going to be Eze? They're definitely going to move, because if they get Zolis as well on the left winger, maybe Odegaard is going. Because Eze is not going, I know that for a fact. Eze just signed. Rogers to Arsenal, apparently it is wrapped up. Apparently it's all about small details between Aston Villa and Arsenal. The player already agreed to move to Arsenal and he chose Arsenal. Balotelli was never violent, was never trying to pick a fight. Balotelli was not someone to pick a fight. But anyway, Morgan Rogers and Barcola, completely different profiles. One is a touchline winger. One is an inside attacking 10, similar to Eze. What do you mean? So you're talking about Rice in the 6, Eze and Morgan Rogers, or Odegaard and Eze, or Odegaard and Rogers, Gyökeres, Barcola, Bukayo Saka. Isn't that better than your front line? Like, seriously. Barcola, Doku. You have Doku. Haaland, yes. But you don't have Pep. You need Semenyo. Is Saka better than Semenyo? Probably. Is Barcola better than Doku? I like Doku. You know, I'm a big fan of Doku. I'm a big fan of Jeremy Doku anyway. But I think it's... You don't think that's a front line? That it's scary. Of course, with a bench player like... If Morgan Rogers go there, and they have attackers of Saka, Gyökeres, Havertz, Rogers, Barcola, Eze, Odegaard. You got Shirky, Foden, Haaland, Marmoush, Semenyo, Savinho, Doku. Isn't that better? Maybe. Maybe. You think I'm biased if I say that Arsenal are cooking with this front line? Because I'm looking at the whole team and the Arsenal structure, the Arsenal team with Mikel Arteta. Well, Man City don't have Pep. So for me, I still have to wait and see how Maresca will work out, to be honest with you. How Maresca will work out. Erling Haaland by himself is a front line. I agree. You know you are waffling when you start calling Pep. Are you downplaying what Pep did at City? Are you downplaying the effect of Pep Guardiola? Are you saying any manager, any decent manager could have done what Pep does? Is that what you're implying here? That Pep Guardiola, you're downplaying what Pep Guardiola done, the effect of Pep Guardiola. You'd be foolish to think that. You'd be seriously foolish to downplay what Pep did at Liverpool, at Manchester City. Yeah, Habibi, Pep was 40 to 50% of the strength of the team. I'm not saying they're going to go, that 50% is going away, right? But Maresca ain't Pep. No one is Pep. Arteta's not Pep. Flick is not Pep. No one is Pep. Pep Guardiola is a master. Pep Guardiola is a genius, right? In football. He comes up with things like that is different. I'm waiting to see what Maresca can do with that front line, with that midfield, how Rodri will play, how others will play. Because you watch Rodri with Spain, he looked iffy. You know what I mean? So it depends what Maresca will do. Erling Haaland by himself is a massive factor. I agree. I'm not going to say otherwise. I like Doku, but you're not going to tell me that you got any wingers better than Barcola and Morgan Rogers at your club. I doubt that you think that. You know what I mean? I doubt that you think that there is a winger that is better than them. If we're talking about Barcola, we're talking about Morgan Rogers to Arsenal. By the way, if that happens, do Arsenal still both Martinelli and Trossard? Probably yes. Probably yes. Probably they sell both and they get Zolis as well. Morning Travarelli, Habibi. Probably they sell both. I actually think that they will get both. I think the problem is Barcola will be sold on the Arsenal project. Morgan Rogers is already sold. I think both Martinelli and Trossard might be gone. I think Trossard is going to go somewhere in the Premier League, Bournemouth or something. Right? I think that the question will be, can Arsenal afford Barcola as well? Probably they can. If they sell Martinelli and Trossard. Can we get to 300 likes now? Guys, 200 likes is the target. We are only on 170 likes. We got over 450 people here. We can definitely get to 200 likes in the next 2 minutes. 120 seconds, we can get to 200 likes. Hit that like button. Barcola, as of now, hasn't shown any interest in anybody. But it seems like personal terms aren't going to be a problem to be agreed. You know how Man City are responding to this? Is the Tonali and Anderson deal together? You know what I mean? I think Ndiaye is going to go to Chelsea. I think Ndiaye is going to go to Chelsea. I think so. Arsenal, what is astonishing to me is Arsenal, if they get these two, I know that they aren't signing a striker. Someone asked me this morning, do Arsenal have the financial power to buy both? Yes, if you sell Martinelli for 50 million pounds only, or 60 million pounds, and you sell Trossard for 20 million pounds, that pays for probably 80% of the Barcola deal. The Morgan Rogers deal is a money on the side that they don't need to sell anybody. Right? They don't need to sell anybody. Bro, Ndiaye to Chelsea is actually reported by Simon Phillips. I showed it to people earlier. You weren't here. It's Simon Phillips, is a very credible journalist for Chelsea. Chelsea are considering a move for Ndiaye. So yeah, it can happen. Eucharist, Merino, Havertz, and Eucharist. I think that will be the strikers for Arsenal next season. But Barcola and Rogers, I think that I already spoke about Chelsea. Wallahi, Red Lana Tranga Habibi. And I don't do these shows. I don't stay longer. But I think if Arsenal do both, Man City are responding by signing Tonali and Elliot Anderson. 250 million for both would be ridiculous. Okay, that's a very good comment to start a conversation. I have more. So if this cost 180 million, Barcola and Rogers, but City cost 250 million, I will remove the money for now. It's Tonali and Anderson. I have more faith Tonali and Anderson signing for City than Arsenal signing Barcola and Rogers. I agree with you in terms of like, okay, if you're asking me percentage-wise, I think City signing Anderson and Tonali is, for me, 70% both. I think if you're asking me Rogers and Barcola together is probably 60% to 50% for Arsenal. You know what I mean? If you're talking about the possibility of the signings to happen. But if you're talking about what is the better signings, which deal is better? Barcola and Rogers are better than Sandro Tonali and Anderson. Like, to be honest with you, like, if you're asking me which one is the better package, I think it's Barcola, Morgan Rogers, and not Anderson. Especially because I think, yes, you need midfielders. Kovacic is gone. I think Nico Gonzalez is gone. I think Bernardo's gone. But I think that Elliot Anderson and Tonali are very, very good. I think they come in. One of them only will start. Barcola and Morgan Rogers, can they both be starters? Yes. Are they both going to start in the beginning? No, I don't think so. I think only one of them is going to start on the left side. So here it's similar. You know what I mean? But I would see that I'm going to tell you something. The level of signings for Morgan Rogers and Barcola is higher than the level of signing of Tonali and Anderson, just based on the fact that they're both forward players. They aren't midfielders. Right? They aren't midfielders. But I'm not saying that Elliot Anderson and Tonali aren't going to change lives. I think they both change lives at Manchester City, to be honest with you. But I think if you sign both Elliot Anderson and Tonali, does that mean Nico Gonzalez is gone? What happens to Rangers then? There is Cherif, there is Foden. Now the midfield becomes Rodri, Cherif, Foden, Rangers, Tonali, and Elliot Anderson. That's a fucking good, that's a great midfield combination, to be honest with you. It has everything. It has the forward, it has the eights, it has the sixes. So Nico Gonzalez, Rodri, Tonali, Elliot Anderson. No, that's 7. One has to go. I don't think you're gonna go. I don't think you're gonna go with 7 midfielders like that, like these profiles. Foden. Yeah, but Rodri, if he leaves for free, he leaves for free next year, though. He leaves for free next year, not this year. He doesn't leave this season. He leaves next season. But if you're asking me about the signings, I think this is better. I think, but there is something that I'm actually noticing. Arsenal and Man City, in terms of the squad quality, and I'm going to say it, and people are going to not like it, are pulling away from the rest, including, you look at the targets, apart from Diomande for Liverpool, you look at the targets Arsenal are targeting, you look at the targets City are linked to, and you think, no, these two are trying to create their own space. These two are trying to create their own world. These two are trying to create their own quality. Of course, everything is on paper. Nothing is guaranteed, of course. But they are pulling away from the pack. Can Liverpool catch up? Kathy, I can have Kathy as a mod. Why not Kathy as a mod? It's all right. Kathy can be a mod. Kathy is a mod. Here you go. Kathy just became a mod. Ta-da! The only one that doesn't want to be a mod is German Chicken Wing. Yeah, Tonali can definitely take his spot. But if you're asking me, or can Liverpool catch up to that level of quality that Arsenal have, that level of quality that City are targeting? I'm not sure, though. I'm actually not sure. Right? I'm actually not sure. I think they are moving away from the rest of the pack. 7 likes away. 7 likes away to get to 200. I want to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal Center official bid to Leicester City for Jeremy Monga, a deal done. 16 of the Keenan joining Arsenal, and the deal is moving quick now. I don't understand where this guy, I never watched like Leicester in the championship. I don't know where he's coming to play. Like, is he a winger? Is he going to be like a Rion Gomoa, being like in the team, in and out of the team? I'm actually a little bit intrigued to know what is going to happen with this guy. Like, what is their aspirations, to be honest with you. Arsenal have stepped their interest in Morgan Rogers, with Aston Villa to listen to offers around 18 million pounds, the fucking steal, you know? That's 80 million pounds is a steal. It's absolutely a bargain. Let me check actually if this is true or not. Let me see. Victor Muñoz to Liverpool said to be finalized and announced. All done. Understand Liverpool want to sign at least one more winger. I don't see the news about Arsenal and Arsenal sent an official bid for Leicester to get Jeremy Monga deal done. Yeah, but where is he going to play that? I don't know. I don't know. Chelsea. Cambiasso is a good player, but he's a squad player. He's a squad player. But we'll look at the news and I don't see. He's 16, so he's not gonna start. You know what I mean? He's not gonna start. Alhamdulillah. Alone on cup games, yeah, probably. But you have Max Dauman, and you still have players. Unless you're planning to sell the wingers you have, it's an investment. It'd be loaned out for future profit. He's getting loaned out. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for letting me know. But thank you so much. We are past 200 likes. Next target is 300 likes. Dauman and right-sided player. There's Doku. There is Madueke. And there is Saka. Mo, do you think last summer was the proven quality with Isak and Verts? Now we need the pieces to fit. Now you need Isak and Verts to work, Sean. And also, Mohamed Salah is leaving a big hole that you need to fill with Want Ndiaye. Your midfield might look completely different under Iraola. I like questions like, get involved in the chat, people. Support the channel and get involved in the chat. I actually think you need a right back. And what my view of Liverpool is that Kirkis need to do better. There is a lot of players at Liverpool that need to do better, right? There's a lot of Liverpool players that need to do better. Frimpong need to do better. Van Dijk need to do better. Kirkis need to do better. McAllister need to do better. Like Gravenberch need to improve. There is a lot of players that need to improve. And how do people want me to have faith that all of them is going to improve together? You see what you know the arguments I have with Hussam? My problem is if the season, let's imagine Arsenal didn't win the league and they had the season that Liverpool had. My problem with it is that if we're looking at Arsenal, for example, if I come to a season and Arsenal, they need Saliba to improve, they need Rice to improve, they need Gyökeres to improve, they need Saka to improve. For example, they need Martinelli to. That's too much. That's too many players to have hopes for them to improve. Does that make sense? I hope that what I'm saying makes sense, you know? Like you need a lot of players to improve, which is a big ask. It's a big ask. The quality is there, as my man is saying, but the quality has shown but there is the age. You know what I mean? The age is a problem. For me, you need a marquee signing. And if you're marquee signing in Diomande, he's good, he's great, he's fantastic, but he might need time to adjust. I don't think he needs time to adjust. I watched him, and he looks like the real deal. Do you know what I mean? Are we comparing Gyökeres to Alexander Isak? Are we comparing Gyökeres to Alexander Isak? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Are we comparing Victor Gyökeres to Alexander Isak? What is happening here? Oh. You don't need it. Yeah, my man. Guys, if you became a member, you know who to thank. 10 memberships. That's real love, to be honest with you. You're always, Broski, you know what? You know this guy, German Chicken Wing? Since like he started watching, I think 2 years ago, he's always supporting the channel. He's always sending super chats. He's always, what I like about him is when he sends a super chat, he gets involved in the conversation. That's real love to keep the channel going. Genuinely, real love to keep the channel going. Thank you so much for the donation. 10 memberships. If you became a member, you know who to thank. W for him. We might disagree, as everyone in the chat, but as long as it's a respectful disagreement, like Red Line, me and Lidran Tranga a lot of times disagree, but he's always someone that is respectful. And I respect people that are respectful because I'm trying to just say my opinion about football. Appreciate you, my man, my friend from Switzerland. If I come to Switzerland, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. But I'll be in Geneva. I won't be in North. I know you're in the Northwest. I'll be in Geneva. It is very calm. Oh, look, I like this agreement. I'm going to tell you something. If this fucking channel becomes an echo chamber where everything I say, people are like, yeah, yes, we're cooked. There's no content. There's no disagreement. You know what I mean? If everyone is agreeing with what I say, oh, Mo, you know everything. I don't know everything. I just say my opinion. I disagree on shit, but I just like to say what I think about football. I'm just a guy who talks about football. That's it. Me and Sean on MHF here, on Ahwa, sometimes we disagree on a lot of shit. There's respect. And I know that your opinion isn't based on, as long as your opinion isn't based on an agenda, I will respect. As long as you have reasons behind your opinion, I will accept it. I will discuss it. I will discuss it. You know what I mean? Are we talking about Isak and Eucharist? Guys, Isak is better than Eucharist, and that is just a fact. Maybe next season, Eucharist can get better and become better than Isak. It's not about the numbers. We know that Isak has been injured. It's about the team. It's about the structure. It's about coaching. Mikel Arteta is a fucking genius to utilize Eucharist as he did. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I rate Mikel Arteta highly, because he can utilize someone like Eucharist. I rate him very highly. People don't understand. That's why when people tell me the Arsenal players are shit, but also Arteta shit. Oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? You're an idiot. Like, because Arsenal cannot have both players are shit and manager shit, and then they win the league and reach a Champions League final. Cut the crap. Right? But we'll see. If Isak stays fit next season, I think he plays better. You did hate me first. I'm glad I didn't give up completely. You hate my club, but I rate your streams a lot. I hate, listen, I don't hate Man United. I dislike Man United. But I told you many times, John, me disliking a club will never cloud my judgment in analyzing. It doesn't come from an agenda. I am someone who's mature enough and old enough to be able to differentiate and separate my disliking for a player or a club for me actually giving a footballing opinion, right? I always said that. It doesn't matter how much I dislike a player or a club. I will always say an opinion that I'm convinced it is true. That I will convince that it's an opinion that has a value. That's an opinion that is based on an educated opinion. You know what I mean? I will never do what other creators do. Arsenal is shit, or Man United is shit. City are shit. Everyone that City sign is shit. Everyone, the shit, the club is shit. I'm not gonna do this shit. You know what I mean? Opinions are based on what I see. You might disagree with them. They might be wrong They might be right. They might become wrong. They might become right. They might always. They might be. They might be. They might be different than your opinion, but they're an opinion based on, like, if I ever say an opinion and you ask me why do you have this opinion, and I tell you just because, and then I don't have any reasons, that's an agenda. Arsenal are shit. Okay, why is Arsenal shit? Just because they're shit. Arsenal are scumbags. They aren't winning the league because they're scumbags. That's stupid. That's literally a low IQ stupidity that I don't get involved in this shit. You know what I mean? It's just idiotic. An idiotic move. What the fuck? It's an idiotic thing to say. Sorry, apologies. It's an idiotic thing to do and an idiotic thing to say, always. Isak, like, listen, I watched some of them. Sorry. Got a message that I need to respond to. Got his leg snapped by Van de Ven, impact injury. Yes, 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. I don't love haram football. I just like balanced football. I like balanced football. Anyway, listen. Let me redirect to Mr. Hussam. I might do more longer streams later, but to be honest with you, short streams are better. The watchbacks are better. At times, people don't mean to say that. Arsenal fans at times just push people to say shit. Lol, yeah. Yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do say stuff like this. But listen, I'm going to send you to Osam. I want to thank everyone that supported us. We actually, yeah, I'm Tevin. You don't have, why don't you have the notifications on? Why don't you have the notifications on? Turn on the notification for the channel. Turn on the notification for the channel. So you know when I go live, ya akhi. We're reaching only 230 likes. My hope was to get to 300 likes live. If you guys can get that, I'd be great before we end. If you guys can like the video before we end, there's still over 400 people here. I'm sure there is 200 people that haven't hit the like button. All I'm asking is 70 likes. You know what I mean? Just like the video underneath your live chat. Come on. It's free, bro. Do I need to show you how to like the damn video? You close the live chat. You click X on the live chat. I will send you to Osam, of course. Hit the like button there. Support Osam, my guy. I'll see you guys next. We're out of here, people.